There we go. Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Hello, Daddy Bannister from Laos. Hello, everybody. Claire C. from South of London. Marco Ryerson. Claire C. from South to see him. Marco Ryerson. You know why there's an echo? Good to see him. Marco Ryerson. You know why there's an echo? Good to see him. Sorry, echo. Thank you. Thank you for the echo. Thank you. Let's go back on track here. Let's go back on track. Full screen. Full screen. Studio mode. There I am. There I am. Thank you very much. We're ready to start. I don't have a glass of water. I should get a glass of water. Hello there, Daddy. He's here early. I appreciate that a lot. Simon Arnold. Zingo. Hello, Lewis. You handsome brute. I don't know if handsome is... Handsome, I think, is the name of a cab. Is the name of a horse-drawn cam as a handsome. But I'd like to be a brute. There are lots of girls who like brutes. I would not call myself a brute. But maybe I could. Maybe I could grow to being more of a brute. Do you like brutes, Singo? Let's talk about that. Maybe we should talk about that in the show. Because I am not a brute. I'm more of a girly girl kind of thing. I mean, I'd like to be. I'd like to be a tough daddy. Echo Beach, right? Sorry about that, Archie. Did you enjoy your lollipop? It's not a lollipop. It's like a toothpick. It's like a toothpick. I don't know. I can't tell what I'm doing here, so I press the button here. I press the button. Hold on. I'm going to turn on a light here, so maybe a bit. How are you? How are you? Let's see what this thing is. How is that? Let's see if that's better. Look at what I'm wearing. Look at the great shirt that I'm wearing. We'll talk about the shirt. We'll talk about my shirt. I found it along a walk along the Thames waterfront in Thamesmead or Belvedere, one of those places that out there in East London. Hello there, Joodles. She wishes everybody a happy Wednesday. Brute, dreadful aftershave from the 70s. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was brutal, but nobody thought it was brutal back then, but it was pretty bad. But I used to wear I didn't really wear it a lot, but I probably have it here. How's the weather back home, Lewis? In I guess home. It's a beautiful day today. I went out, I walked for 14,000 steps. I walked for 21,000 steps yesterday, which is 11 miles, because my son, the producer, made some delicious macaroni and cheese, which I ate. He let me eat it. He's very nice of me. And I said, I better go out and run or do something. Otherwise, I'm going to be really gain weight the next day. So I woke up today. I was 78.6 kilograms. Yesterday, do you remember what I was yesterday? Who can remember? I should give that a prize. So I gained 300 grams. It's not that much, but it is unnecessary. And the problem is, I go walking in the park, and there's an apple tree. There's an apple tree in the park, and I just get fat. I eat the apples. I eat plums and apples. I pick them up off the ground. Mac and cheese, says Kinsey. Lovely. Yes, it is, Kinsey. It's one of the best foods ever. He makes it with mustard powder. No, not mustard powder. He makes it with English mustard. And that's really, really good. No idea, Lewis. I don't listen to Weight Bit. Yeah, well, that's the most important thing. That's what the show is about. Let's not be fat. Let's be beautiful. I was watching a YouTube video because I'm obsessed with weight, and it showed all these fat people who had blogs like mine, and they're all dead. It's really common. Have you seen that, producer? Yes, he has seen that. I think everybody's seen it. They know that fat is not good for you. It's totally not good for you. Domino's started doing mac and cheese, and it's top class. You know what? It's really hard to make a bad mac and cheese because it's just cheese, milk, flour, onion, right? What else is it? Not onion, mustard, and noodles. So there's every one of those items is cheap food. So how can you save money on that? Anyway, being dead is so much more common than being alive in the great scheme of things. Is that true? I think there are more people alive now that have lived ever, Joodles. Is that true? We'll have to check that out. Please don't die on me. That's all I ask. Do not die. Here's Claire saying Lewis is a hottie. Yeah, you go, girl. This is what Lewis likes. I know it makes the other girls jealous, Claire. I don't care. If you want to get in on this, you start saying I'm good looking. Maybe it makes the guys. I just saw a video image of Mark Therosian. He's a weightlifter. You got real muscles there. Totally impressive. We are only living thing on the planet that gets ourselves overweight. There are other animals that get themselves overweight. You can easily tell what they're eating, what they eat, because if they're fat, like a dog, if a dog is fat, you know he's been eating kibble. Am I right about that? Eating eggs is here, and so is Lud One. New T-shirt today. This T-shirt I don't know. I found it on the road. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was I think it was in Belvedere. I was walking along in Belvedere in kind of a woodsy place. It was really pretty out there. In what's next to Belvedere? Let me see what town is next to Belvedere. I know this is not that interesting to you, but it's interesting to me. I was there with that girl, Belvedere. You know, that's one of the nice things about her. Belvedere. Where is that? Belvedere Palace? Belvedere. Yeah, here it is. Between Thamesmead and Belvedere and Erith. Along the road there. You know, there's some interesting things there. I hope they don't build it up and destroy it. But it was right there, and I got this shirt, and this shirt says JP. Can you see it? It says JP Morgan. Fancy American company. Yeah. Hey, Lizzo. Hasn't Lizzo, ask Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, Leanne. Who is kind of big body positivity, just done some kind of thing, she lost the weight. She lost the weight because she knows it's bad. We all know it's bad. Rianne, we all know it's bad. We can't be fat. It says JP Morgan. It's like plastic, this thing. And I think I fit it, even though I gained 300 grams yesterday. Okay. Someone is still looking for that T-shirt. No, because it was a T-shirt that'd been like everything that I find. It wasn't like laying out, this is someone's T-shirt. They got this in 2018. I think I was there in 2022 or something, I think. But I'm really proud of it. So around 110 billion Homo sapiens have been born. And there are about 8 billion alive today. Being dead wins hands down. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you, Joodles. I didn't know that. Ian Higgs. Hi, Leanne. Do you guys live close to each other? Let's hook up. I mean, not hook up that way. Let's meet each other. Yeah. So you Google Mark Therosian. Google him and you'll see he's good looking. He's good looking. He's got muscles. I don't have any muscles. Can you see the arms? I don't know that you can see the arms. I always wanted to have like veins popping out of my arms. This is like old man. It's like I never had it when I was young. I was round. So Kerry says, hello, hi Leanne to Kerry. Yes. And Lorna says, hi, Kerry. There you go. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Everyone's saying hello. It's such a good thing. Today is the 6th of August, 2015. It's show 57. This is 57 consecutive. I'm wiry. Do I seem wiry? I'd love to be wiry. I'm not anorexic. I'm heading in an anorexic way. Look at that. Annette comes early. Thank you. Annette is here. Good evening. She says to me, cheerful chatters. Hello. Good to see you. Anyway, you look amazing as you are, Lewis. Just stay as you are. I'm a bit anorexic. I mean, I'm not full bloody. I just want to be thin. And it's very hard. Proto arrives. Look at how many people are here so far on a Wednesday. August 6th, our 57th show. The neighbor's dog has a double chin and a fatty. Yeah, probably. Why are they fat? They're fat because they're eating high carb diets. And dogs have the gene to be able to eat carbs and meat. They're not carnivore. They're not like whatchamacallit. Daryl M. Hello there. Hello, Daryl M. Zingo is here. You are in excellent shape. This is what I need to hear. This is all. Let's make Lewis feel good. Maltese Phil. Oh my God. I think about Malta all the time. Small victory. I'm now the lowest weight I've been since before lockdowns. That is a small victory, but it's a big victory. It's so hard for us to be thin. Who else is having problems losing weight? I don't only want to hear the great stuff. The problem is, like yesterday, I had mac and cheese, and it was delicious. Columbus said, have some mac and cheese. I have some mac and cheese. The problem with mac and cheese, you have one bit of mac and cheese, and you have a full bowl. You say, I'll just have another bowl. And then you have 3 bowls, and then you just feel disgusted. I'm not going to throw up, but yeah, mac and cheese is unhealthy. Why, Kerry? Let's hear what you have to say about this. Why is mac and cheese unhealthy, Kerry? Why do you think? Yeah, I'm not going to test you. I'm not going to belittle you if I think you're wrong. I might probably, because I'm not. Stress makes us eat or not eat. It can do both, but it's not just the stress. It's the actual food itself makes us hungry. Carbs have sugar in them, and sugar promote eating more. The body eats the carbs, and we get hungry. Nobody has one chip or one crisp. Too many carbs, Kerry says. Yeah, it's half carbs, right? I don't know what it is. It's noodles that are like real, and they're the most digestible carbs. It's you're eating them, Kerry, and it just turns into sugar in your mouth, and you just want to have more. So it's not like you could poo it out. It's not good. Lorna's having problems losing weight. Yeah, well, what can we do about that? Mac and cheese is American. Macaroni cheese. No, how do Americans say it? Americans say macaroni, mac and cheese. I don't know, Vatanai. That's a good question. How do we say it in America? Macaroni cheese. Macaroni and cheese and macaroni? How do we say it in America? Do you know anything about this, producer? Are we allowed any carbs? How to convert carbs into sugar? You eat them. What do you mean? Carbs are sugars. They're just all the different types of sugars are called carbs. Like chicken and beef or meats. glucose and lactose and chains of glucoses and lactoses and sucroses, they're all sugars. They're all carbs. That's what that means. Are you allowed any carbs? The problem is, once you have a bite of carbs, maybe you should. I think Claire explained this to us earlier. She says you've got to be prepared to say no. Say, this is all I'm eating, because you're going to want a second or third or fifth bite. I can literally not finish a bag of crisps. Also, I almost never finish a packet of biscuits, says Judels. So you're talking nonsense, Lewis. I don't believe you. You're one of those people, Judels. Okay, fructose is also a fruit. It's probably the most dangerous fruit. It converts into uric acid and gives us gout. So, that's fructose. I'm eating big strawberry trifle right now. Yeah, it tastes great, amazing. Like today, a lot of times I'll go to the shop and I'll buy some I'll buy a can of strawberries. and I love it. And I'll take the can. They're in sweetened water, whatever it is, strawberry water. And I drain all the water out. It's juice. It's juice, but I drain it away, and I put some whatchamacallit in there. Some cream. So I have strawberries and cream. It's amazing. Ian Higgs is morose. Salmon for dinner tonight with rice and veg. I would skip the rice and then skip the veg too. Have more salmon. Kinsey, go for that. Stop projecting your food addiction onto everyone else. Who doesn't have a food addiction? You're the only one here. You don't think I can literally not start a bag of crisps? Yeah, why is that, Claire? Why is that? Russ is here. Lewis, I am here. Are you going to acknowledge me? Yes, I'm coming down to this. I'm sorry, Russ. Because you print your long name there, so it's not that easy to read. Are you going to acknowledge me, or do you think I have AIDS now? No, and I don't even believe in AIDS. You know that about me. I don't believe in HIV or AIDS. I believe you can be sick and have AIDS-like symptoms and whatever it is, but it's not caused by any germ. Any one germ like HIV. I've been known to eat 3 bags of crisps. I could be an animal. We are animals. They're very addictive. Yes, Joe. Crisps are really addictive. Leanne, a big Morrison's trifle. That stuff's amazing. I used to eat that myself, and it was so cheap. A whole big trifle was like £1.75 or something. I don't know what it is now, but it was so cheap. It's a good job we don't do them saucy films then. Russ, says Lorna. Okay, too expensive to only have salmon. You need to fill it up with rice. That's why you shouldn't have salmon. Or you should go to Iceland and buy the cheapo salmon there. That's what I do. Sharing bags. Sharing is caring. Yeah, but you shouldn't have that at all. It just the salt. It touches your mouth. The salt and the oil and the sugar. And it makes you go crazy. What you should do is you should get a glucose reader. Lucy's in the house. Hello, Lucy. Lucy. Yes, Judels. Okay, well, are you talking about me? I've got to be careful whatever I read here, because I can feel Lucy's a bit angry at me. I don't know why. She can be angry at me like once a week or something. He's just a greedy gumdrop and blames the food. Yeah, of course you're greedy. You want to eat it all. Don't you want to eat it all? Who says people don't want to eat it all? And once you start eating, you think this is good for you. Vatanized Music says, I brought a chunk of fruitcake and ate some this morning. I feel like crud now. Just say no. See, the men are more on my team. We know we've got to really be prepared for what we're eating. Even stuff you think you're not going to like that much, like maybe like fruitcake. I don't know what kind of fruitcake it was. But you think to yourself, I'm not going to like it. But if you haven't had sugar in a long time, you just go crazy. You go crazy. I don't know how many calories I've eaten tonight. I'm a greedy gumdrop. I like that. That's very cute to be called a greedy gumdrop. Claire C says, crisps are calories, Lewis. A moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. Well, that's what what's-her-name says, but I don't believe that. I think you can get it off. You can get it off. And as I have. Big red, juicy, succulent strawberries from my butcher are lovely. Yeah, They are lovely. They're not perfect food because they're like loaded with, what do you call that thing? Pesticides. But they are really delicious. Do people still get AIDS? No, they don't still get AIDS. They never got AIDS. It's not AIDS. What happens is they have a very dirty lifestyle, which is why they get sick and they never get well. Maybe it's not dirty, but they don't get well. Like you go down to Mexico and you drink the food and the water stuff, Maltese Phil, and you get sick. And you basically, you rest and you get better. But let's say you get sick in this country because you're going out to some club and you keep on going and you keep on going and you get sick. And then they kill you with AZT and other interferon or other kinds of drugs. My carb source is berries and sweet potato, but I love some French bread sometimes. Yeah, I do too. But why do you have to have a carb source? You don't need carbs. I mean, I eat carbs because I cheat. I'm a lying cheat. I'm a bad person. I know I am. I'm like telling you people to do this. And then Lucy just, comes out with the truth. I'm lying. Like today, I go walking in the park to pick up stuff because I'm a great guy. I'm a great guy. And I have to go by the apple tree. And I had 2 apples from the apple tree. And then I go, they have the plum trees. I don't even know what they're called. Vaccination. Rianne says they've got vaccinations for AIDS now. Of course they do, because they got to figure out how to make money with that, because they've sold us on vaccinations, because they're a bunch of lying CUNTs. If they have vaccinations, Lewis, can you please do a shout out to my friend Liz? Her name is Anya. Lasagna. Okay, that's a good one too. Good question, Maltese Phil. What is the good question? What did Phil ask? Do people still get AIDS? No, there's tons of these diseases that they say, oh, we cured with the vaccine, so we don't get strep throat or maybe not strep throat, or like scarlet fever. Cheap frozen salmon isn't nice. Fresh is better. Well, I got news for you. There's no fresh salmon in Britain. They take the salmon, they unfreeze it, and then they pretend that it's fresh. What is £2.75, Zingo? That could be the Iceland salmon. 3 pieces. I think you can get 3 containers, 3 little packages for £10. Or maybe it's 2. I don't know how big the pack. I eat it. Yes, Louis, you could just eat meat and fish when you're cooking for a family. You can't. Why can't you? Let the kids starve. Let the kids starve. They don't need to eat the sugary. Why would you feed the kid? It's like my son, he wants to stick his hand in a whatchamacallit, in an electrical outlet, in a mains outlet. But he begs me, he says, Mommy, I want to stick my finger in the electrical outlet. So do you let him? No. No. I can eat trifle, says Leanne, beautiful Leanne, but hate the sponge. Yeah. Well, trifle is, what is trifle? It's sugar and jelly and jam or whatever it is. Yeah. But that's not good either. You know what it is? The problem with the trifle is it's so easy to eat that stuff. It's just so good. It's so easy. There's so many. You go into the supermarket and everything but the aisles on the front, the back and sides are all junk. They're all junk. Did you say a glucose reader? Yeah, sorry for that. I mean, a diabetes check, whatever they call it, a diabetes checker. I mean, I have one, but I haven't bought any new strips. Why? Do you have one? Archie? Do you have one? Lorna says, I'm not very hungry these days. Yeah, it's good. You don't need to be hungry. You shouldn't even eat when you're hungry, because you can always lie to yourself. You can be lonely and you want a food. You want to talk to someone like Lucy or Leanne or Alex. You want to wait for your stream to come on. Yeah, so don't eat. We got to learn not to eat. Am I right about that? Am I right? Leanne, you must be a fussy eater, says Zengo. Are you a fussy eater, Leanne? Let's answer that question. Okay. Judels has having her little private conversation with HA because I found that he's a muscle builder. He's a manly muscle builder. Do you mind if we call you a muscle builder? Is that too much private information for you? You posted it on Twitter. You're about to get a bollocking for the sweet potatoes. I mean, sweet potatoes is not as bad as white potatoes, but they're not good. You don't need a sweet. It's not even a potato. It's a lie. It's a lie. Ian says, I didn't have lunch until 2:30 p.m. Now my body is confused. No, it's not confused. It's not confused. Just eat. Eat. I secretly love a bollocking, says Mark Therosian. Yeah. I like a bollocking too. I find it very attractive. I do. That's the problem. That's why you should really never yell at me, because I'll fall in love with you. I'll fall in love with you. Yeah. So what is Maltese Phil? When I come from where I come from, okay, you have to have a slice of cheese with fruitcake. Yeah, probably you do, because it's just otherwise it's too sugary. It'll raise your blood sugar level. Yeah, I hope that's still the case. I guess that's good. They suffered from shrinkage. Packets are smaller in multi-packs now, like smaller chocolate bars. The fish. I think you're talking about the fish. Yeah. Yeah, Fauci. What about Fauci? You just mentioned Fauci, Archie Clume. Cheese and fruitcake is nice. Yeah, cheese and something sweet are nice, but you've got to say, I'm only going to have one piece of cheesecake. I'm going to only have this much, and put it in your calorie counter. Am I wrong about that? Do you already know there's no AIDS? You know, there's no AIDS. I mean, Judas is going to argue with me, but there's no such thing as this. I know they call it AIDS. They call it AIDS, but there's no AIDS. You could die from something that they call AIDS, and they're probably going to kill you with all of the whatchamacallit. Is water healthy? Some water is not healthy because it needs salt and minerals in order to make it electrolytic or whatever it's called. So I try not to drink. And you know what? If you drink raw meat, like I drink raw meat, you don't need to drink as much water. Ian, you don't need to drink it. I just eat when I'm hungry. I don't have a meal time. Well, are you happy with your weight, Lorna? Then I guess go with it. But, don't eat the junk. Zingo says, I have 6 Mars bars all at once with coffee. I dip them and melt them in. Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you because you're beautiful and thin. Just finished my first 5K in 7 months. Not sure. What do you mean not sure? I can get off the running machine now. Not kidding. Yeah, but how are you going to feel tomorrow? Running is bad for you. I don't run anymore. I walk all these steps. I don't think we need to run. We don't need to run. It's even more reason we should do saucy films, honey. Okay, there you go. Russ is into the saucy films. I'm going to come and join you. Can you get AIDS or STD without actually having sex, though? Of course you can. It's even these sexually transmitted. I don't even believe in sexually transmitted diseases. I believe you can kiss somebody and you can get a disease. You could rub up against somebody and lick them and you can get sick. People are dirty. You should not eat too much. Yeah, you're eating too much. But trifle is worth putting up with. The sponge. It's too delicious, says Leanne. Yeah, it's very delicious. Now, Lucy, who has lots of information, she's one of these information people. They take PrEP now to prevent HIV. As if that works. Does that work? No. What is HIV? They've never shown what the actual, like I say, it's like the tiny little germ of HIV. They've never used Koch's postulates to prove that HIV caused AIDS, because they've never even isolated it. It's all a lie. They're lying. Mark the Rosie, and that's what I say, Lucy. If you want to argue with me, you can. You know I take you seriously. You need to buy organic strawberries, as they are known as a dirty fruit. Yes, they are, Mark the Rosie, and I said that, yes. Or put them in water with soda bicarbonate of soda, as it's called in America. And it extracts the pesticides. Yes, I don't have any of that. Maybe I should buy some bicarbonate of soda to do that. Bicarb soda for strawberries. Do you do that? Do you do that, Mark DeRosian? Zingo, my husband used to that with Whisper bars. That's eating all of the, like 6 Whisper bars. I used to eat that. I never thought anything of it because you think, well, it's healthy. It's made by Mars. It's got to be healthy. And then you realize sugar is not healthy. I have a pear tree near me, Lewis. Free organic, yeah. Yeah, there's a pear tree next to the apple tree. It's not quite ripe yet. I'll go there tomorrow. I'll have a pear tomorrow. Yeah. Let's see. I hear you can get KFC gravy in Greg's. I'm going to get fat in the UK. I don't know if that's true. Is that true? First of all, can't be KFC gravy. If it's in, aren't those 2 different companies? They might not be now. Thank you, Zingo. See, Zingo is so good. You are so good. You are so good. Yes, Lewis, Zingo says. You are a great guy. 100%. Yeah. Oh, Jedster is here. Round of applause for Jedster. Round of applause for Jed. Who needs Slimming World when you have the Lewis Schaffer live stream? Yes, I wish I could see you because I'd call you fat to your face. I wouldn't do that. But you people know you are fat. I don't know who's fat. So if I hurt your feelings, I apologize anyway. But who knows who's fat? But let's not be fat. I have lots of fruit trees, Lorna. Plums, pears, apples, yeah. The problem is during this time of year, June and July, and now the berries are out too. You can get fat eating fruit, but I'm walking around, so I'm not. And I've lost 3 kilograms in the past month, so it's not that much, but I'm feeling better. Where are you going, producer? No, you're not. Are you really? The producer.
I'd rather exercise and listen to you.
The producer, who's my biggest supporter. Maybe I should put him on salary. Maybe he'd pay better attention to me. Greg's and KFC are definitely together out. Together was on the news. Is that true? That would be amazing. I've been to KFC and eaten the gravy, just the gravy, back in the day. Sorry, I can't buy organic. I wash them in bicarbonate of soda. If you can't, this is one Mark says, if you can't buy organic, wash them in bicarbonate of soda. Yeah. Soak them. How long do you soak them for? Jarrett says, Lewis, how can you know about Koch's postulates and not believe in germs? It's like claiming you don't believe in gravity, yet being scared of heights. Okay, here's why. Because I don't believe in tiny, tiny germs, particles of germs, RNA and DNA, whatever it is. I do believe in bacteria, but I don't believe that bacteria kill. I don't think that they do. I think you're sick. You get too much bacteria in you, and it makes you even sicker. Or maybe there's just too much stuff. So that's the answer to that question. Jarrett. Jarrett is, I would say, I don't want to say this, but you're the most educated and most articulate of the guys in this chat, if I can divide you into 2 groups. Not that other people aren't like Jedster or whatever, but you're quite up there. Oh, poor you. This is what Judel says. I just managed 5K run, and then I say running's bad for you. Yeah, I had to put the guy down because he's bragging. Judels, you don't like that. I know you're Miss Athlete and whatever you do, but I don't like to hear that. I'd actually appreciated that, Lewis. Keeps me motivated. What, talking about health? Yeah, let's get motivated and be beautiful. Let's get motivated. Let's all know that if you're on this chat, that you're all going to be thin. So when you meet somebody, you're not like, oh my God, they're fat. Okay? Everything is bad for you, Judels, says Kinsey. A lot is. Yeah, most things are bad for you, or they're not optimum. Plants are great if you're starving to death, but they're not great for long-term life. Seriously, what confuses me about HIV/AIDS is that rapper Eazy-E passed away suddenly, but Magic Johnson and Holly Johnson are fortunately still alive and healthy after 3 decades of not taking AZT. Google and see if they took AZT. Because Magic Johnson did not take AZT. So I got all this excited there. Sorry. I soak all the fruits and vegetables in bicarbonate of soda before eating them. You're probably right thing to do. I mean, I don't know if that helps. That could be magical. It could help. Everything is bad for you. Yes, it is. Lewis, do you eat wild blackberries? I do. Can we put a period in there? I do, but the seeds get stuck in my teeth. It's annoying. That's why I have these things, this is a, can you see what that is? Probably can't see what that is. It's a tie, whatever it is, a string tie, whatever it's called. And I pick my teeth. I don't brush my teeth anymore. I stopped brushing my teeth. It's bad for your mouth. Carbs are bad for your teeth. I'm going to have to schedule a doctor's appointment soon just to see how I'm doing. But yeah, blackberries are great, Alex. I love blackberries. I love all fruit that I find in the woods. All the fruit. I even eat, you know what I eat? Those red fruits that are yew berries. You know what a yew berry is? Don't swallow the yew berries because they will kill you. But the pink stuff. He kind of believes in germs, This is what Judal's talking for Lewis Schaffer. She's my publicity manager. That's almost nearly what schmutz is. No. Schmutz can be a mixture of dog poo. Whatever. It could be. Schmutz could be, as I say, Philadelphia brand cream cheese. KFC isn't as nice as it used to be. It's still the best chicken place. And you're sure about it. Annette comes in and she says, stay away from processed foods, poisons. I think you're totally right. Because what do processed foods have? They have toxic seed oils and carbs. And they're very salty, so stay away from them. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Annette. You, Jarrett, says, Judals, right at this moment, I think Lewis has a point. I can't get my socks off. Yes, we're not meant to live under high stress. We're not, especially you who were like injured 7 months ago, whatever, right? You were injured. I've eaten a few brambles today, says Lorna. I have a big bush of them. Lorna has a very big bush. I don't actually like any fruit, Lewis, except apples. Well, that's rare. I like all fruit, basically. I love mangoes. I love every kind of fruit. I love tomatoes, and that's a fruit. I don't love tomatoes. I like tomatoes. What did I do? I lost my place here. I gotta keep this up. Oh, there you go. I've lost my thing. So Judal's coming. Just keep them on. Keep them on you. What do you keep them on? We are articulate. We are articulate. Rude, Joe. You are not. I don't think you're that. I think you guys are really polite. I think you're really polite. Only Lewis can brag on this chat. No, you can all brag. If you think you're bragging, and I'll tell you shouldn't be bragging. You're killing yourself. I munched on elderberries on my walk today. I forgot what even an elderberry looks like. But I think you should, in America, what's the other berry that's there that they banned in America? Aztec bar, like Mars bar, but with honey also, says Archie Kloom. So what do? You put that in milk or something? It could be delicious. It's the new, okay. Chris King comes in. It's the new generation of KFC staff, useless. Yeah, well, they've imported foreigners in this country. They let the foreigners, in America, they're kicking the foreigners out, and everybody else has a job. All the people who have not even have green cards, are being paid more, and they're being able to work. And they don't have to go begging for work because they're competing against an illegal. Who hates local people except the left? Because they just want to let people in, and the right too. The Tories. They want to let people in. Being overweight makes your health worse and chances of survival of disease lower. Yes, let's get some punctuation, Alex, but yes, totally right. Can you congratulate me for not running? Yeah, it's really hard to fight it off. I ran in 2 marathons. I used to run all these 10K races and 20K races. Don't do it. Don't run. Did you know Aztec was still around? That's Joe was talking to Archie. No, I didn't even know what kind of bar it is. But that wasn't for me. Leanne, I've seen 4 people eating gravy and sausage rolls. on the TV. Not the greatest story to have on so many times, I have to say. What do they take the sausage roll and they stick it in the gravy? I hate to say it. That sounds really good, but the sausage rolls have carbs. You, Jarrett, says he loves every one of you. Well, I think people seem to like you, Hugh. So let's go. Let's big round of applause for you, Jarrett. Where are you headed to, producer? Out. Out. He doesn't love me anymore. Do you love me, Colum? Do you love me? RFK Jr. has cut funding of £500 for mRNA. 500 what? 500 million pounds for yeah. Cut the. Hey King, how are you? Yeah, cut the funding. He's the brightest light. The brightest light. Him and Holman are the brightest lights of the Trump administration. I'm not taking any more vaccines. We shouldn't spend money on vaccines. A big finger to the vaccine people. Chris King's thanking Vatanai. I love you all, says Lorna. Yeah, and we love Lorna. We love Lorna. We love Joe. And we love Lorna. I rinse under the cold water tap, says Simon Arnold. Well, you live in Scotland. Do they have hot water in Scotland? I don't. I like hot water, but I don't use soap anymore. I should rinse under the cold water tap. You know, we don't need to be as clean. Don't eat red things in the woods. Some red things you can eat, Ian, but some things you can't. Why do you rinse under cold water? Why? Simon, let's hear an explanation for that. Let's hear the explanation for that. Okay, so I haven't gotten down to the bottom, but Jacob Rees-Mogg was eating sausage roll and gravy yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. What the hell does that guy know, Mr. Tory guy? What does he know? What does he know? On the mountains here, windberries grow. What is a windberry? I think they're like a blueberry or called blueberries elsewhere. Good for pies. Yeah, there's lots of those things. Well, it's like, what's loganberries? Those are good, and those come from the north. The fruit berries are the only thing that we should eat from plants. Oh, please, talk more about Philadelphia cream cheese. Judith loves when I talk about that. She loves the Phil. You shouldn't ingest it in your blood. It's going to kill you. Even Philadelphia cream cheese. It'll make you all inflated. Lewis typically enjoys a smear of schmutz on his bagel in the morning. You can eat a lot of junk, but you shouldn't put it in your bloodstream. Great thing about Jedster. Mark Therosian says, great thing about picking wild fruit. It hasn't been sprayed with chemicals. Yeah, but it can be peed on by dogs, and maybe that's not the best, whatever. Or maybe it doesn't really matter that much. Sausage rolls and gravy do not go together. Why not? Sausage rolls and brown sauce, however, do go very nicely. Well, you're old school. You're old school, Kinsey. Kinsey knows about this stuff. She's English, and she lives up there in Northern Ireland. It's only red sauce for me. Well, what do you call red sauce? Red sauce is ketchup. And who invented this stuff? It's been around for thousands of years from the Romans, but Americans invented ketchup. They what's his name? Heinz went to Britain, and he stole the idea. He took fish sauce, right, and he made it into ketchup with tomatoes. Agreed, Kinsey. Okay. Lorna comes in there. We have lots of slows around here. I think you need to add sugar to slows. Is that right? Isn't a slow like kind of like a plum? Lorna. What do you say about that? Isn't it like a plum? Annette, beware of mushrooms. Yeah, beware of mushrooms. They're telling you. I mean, they're not even animals. What are they? They're not even plants. There you go. Thank you, Russ, for coming in that soon. I would love to see your whatever. Slow gin pending. Slow gin pending. Kerry Macca. Hey, Kerry. Makes me happy to see the names of the, I think of you as nice people. Only recently started to use brown sauce on certain things, laugh out loud. I only used to use it when I was having a big bowl of stew. It's old food. I think people got tired of it. Elderberries need to be cooked. Probably they do. Yeah, lots of stuff needs to be cooked. I don't try not to eat anything that needs to be cooked. Bread, grain needs to be cooked. Kerry Macca says, laugh out loud, Kinsey. Always put a wee drop in while cooking. That's brown sauce. Is brown sauce the sauce that's made with fish? What is that called? Worcestershire sauce. Is that called? 43 here, but only 27 likes. Everybody, Kinsey's right. Do it for Kinsey. Don't do it for me. Everybody like this so it can be forwarded, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I mean, I think a lot of people. I like brown sauce, says Lorna. Okay. Let's see what she says. What have I done here? 500 million. So nothing. It's not much money. That's not much money. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm having a hard time doing this thing. Okay, I think I've lost my place here. But King, hey King, have you subscribed yet? We don't see you that often, so I shouldn't really ask. But thank you for coming in. Where are you from, King 77703? Okay. Joe says, I would only get scrubbed up, war painted, and looking fab if I had a date. Just saying. Or maybe I should just do it for myself, laugh out loud. What are you telling a guy, Joe? You're saying I'll be ugly around the house, but if we go out, I'll look good. No. You got to look good every single second. You got to put, I don't believe in makeup really, but put on a little bit of makeup. You're a beautiful girl. That's what we have to do. You got to look good. Our water is nice. It's hard. Yeah, like my... Anyway, Jedster. Claire is laughing at Jedster. I missed what you said. You're miles behind the chat, by the way, love. Maybe just head for the bottom now and start there. You'll be playing catch-up for 2 hours. How did I get so far behind? If anybody said something important, okay, if anybody says anything important, okay, please repost it. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the chat. I didn't realize I don't think I'm that far behind. Lewis, I heard a bad rumor about butter, but I don't want to spread it. There's Russ with another joke. Good joke. It's a good joke. To see all the posts, select live chat, all messages at the top of the chat panel. I've got that there. That's there. Where is it? Live chat. I'm on live chat. I don't see all posts. Where is the all posts there? Susan Stevenson is here. Always come a bit late, but I appreciate it. Parsley sauce is made with fish stock for pie and mash. I don't think parsley is good for you. You Google oxalates, whatever. Oh, you're in Sunderland. That's my team. Look at this. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere. This is for King. King. Can you see that? You missed 2 of my very important jokes now, Lewis. Well, post them again. I'll put them up. Sorry. You know what it was? It wasn't me. It was because Joodles tells me what to do. I'm like a little boy when I'm around Joodles. It's very unattractive. And I know that. But, I listen to Joodles. I listen to you people. I'm a misogynist, but I listen to women. That's my mistake. I don't like you, but I listen to you. Mark Therosian says, a friend of mine has been married 35 years, and the wife says I always have my hair and nails done and put a small amount of makeup in an effort for my husband. That's what she says. And the wife, sorry. Yes. Yeah, that's what you got to do, women. But that's what I'm saying to you people. Stop being fat. Start there. Start being fat. 2, fix your hair. Stop coloring it or coloring it every day. My ex-wife used to not color her hair, and it was horrible. Not color it. You don't have to color it, but you got to color. If you start coloring, you got to color it or you got to let it go. Lewis, stop lying. You said it doesn't work. It's not hard. And stop getting people's hopes up. What? What am I saying? What doesn't work? Alex. Why Sunderland? Because I found it in a charity shop and it looked like an expensive shirt. You know, those shirts were expensive. Not really expensive because it's Sunderland. It's not like a real team. If you're a man, you don't have an option but to listen to women. Hugh Jarrett. That's what Hugh Jarrett says. You're totally right. Yeah. I suppose that football shirt fitted you once, Lewis. It would be a tent now. Yeah. I don't know. What size is it? Well, football shirts used to be large back in the day. It's made by Asics. It's an extra large. Yeah, it's a large shirt. I don't wear it. I wear it only occasionally out. I suppose. Okay. Sorry, ladies. It was an open goal. Yeah, I think you, Jared, can get away with it because he's good looking. He's fit and he runs. He'll keep you girls busy. Lewis, you said AIDS does not exist, but I know a deaf person who got hearing aids. That's another joke. Russ is making the jokes. I like that. Yeah. Joe says, interesting, misogynistic. Misogynistic, doesn't like us. So funny, not taking you seriously. Yeah, well, that's what happens. I don't know. Should you take me seriously? I like girls. I really like girls. As I'm getting older, I like them even more than I did before. I become more misogynistic. And when I say girls, I mean anybody above the age of 21 is a girl to me. 31, 41, 51. So a Darren Brown in Sunderland, Carrie, and he picked on the person beside me. I was never as terrified. That's Judels. She gets terrified. How much did you pay for the Sunderland shirt? I'm sure it's worth a little more than you paid for. I probably paid about £2. I got it at a charity shop in East Dulwich on the corner by the roundabout, if you know what that is. King, you've subbed. There you go. Thank you very much, King. I brought sub over. Well, a big round of applause for Sunderland and King 77 703. You missed my answer. What was your answer? I missed it. You want to just put it up again? Copy it and put it up, Simon Arnold? I'll try my say hello to Linguini. Say hello to my friend Linguini. Yeah, that's another good joke. It's appreciated. The jokes are appreciated. The jokes. Maybe see if I have time to go back up a little bit. Where is Lucy? What Lucy says. Lewis is a big fan of Lucy. This is Lucy, not the woman who's going to be Lucy. You're there in the background. Lucy Ann is going to be designing the whatchamacallits, the cups, the mugs that we're going to have, and maybe the new calendar. I'm always going for the bottoms. Thank you, Malteseville. I mainly use brown sauce on bacon sandwiches and odd sandwiches in a baguette. It has to be HP. Is that a fish sauce, Chris King? I don't really know what a fish sauce is, like Worcestershire sauce, where they have vats of fish. They have vats of fish. Slow plums are a normal part of getting older. Oh, that's a good joke. That's a very good joke. Slow plums? Yeah, I went to the urologist. He said I had slow plums. Yes. Okay, that's a good joke. Let me see if we can find your other joke, Lucy. It's a waste of time with girls. You tell them they're funny and they don't do anything about it. A man will start stand-up comedy and then bore you to death. Boy, Lucy Ann is here. I think I must have had a sixth sense because as soon as I tuned in, you said my name. Say my name, say my name. Say my name, say my name. The exact moment. Anchovies. It's made with anchovies. Lewis, I do have a joke about vegetables, but they are corny. There you go. Yeah. Are you thin, Russ? Because my girls here, they like thin men. If Beautiful theater, Joodles. Hamilton was just finished there. Is this in Sunderland? I'm completely with you about loving ladies, Lewis. They are really the fairest sex. Do you think that's true? Tell me how they're fairer. I get yelled at a lot. They're not that fair. They're not fair. They have a something that is different than men. Some of it is fairer. Claire loves anchovies. They're small little fish, salty fish. A man in Romania, Cheese String says, got a heart attack after having a threesome with girls aged 20. Okay, that can happen. It could happen in any age. It could happen in any age. Archie Clume says, Lewis, please give us a shout out to my farmer friend, Ellington Poots. Ellington Poots. Ellington Poots. I don't get the joke. Well, Lucy Ann is here. Lewis Schaffer's a big fan of Lucy Ann. Loves the things that she designed were so good. They were so good, and we're going to do some more because when she's ready, when they come out, they're just really well designed. They're not like any other mugs or anything that we have. Maybe we'll do T-shirts. Who knows what we'll do? And when I say we, it's not just me. It's her, she, and whatever it is. HB sauce is made from tomato, malt vinegar from barley, molasses, which is sugar, glucose fructose syrup. It shouldn't be made with glucose fructose syrup, but it is, I guess, HB sauce. It shouldn't be. Spirit vinegar, sugar, more sugar. Oh my God, it's basically sugar. Dates, modified corn flour. Hold on a second, hold on. Salt, spices, flavorings, and tamarind. Well, let me just say this, is molasses is sugar. Glucose fructose is two kinds of sugar. It's glucose and fructose. It's very heavy. It's 55%. It's 55% in the glycemic. It's very sugary. Sugar is sugar. Dates is basically sugar. Modified corn flour is probably just glucose fructose syrup. Okay? Rye flour is sugar. It's a type of sugar. And tamarind is like super sweet, like candy. So I'm not going to have any HB sauce. Let me find out how to make it normally. Maybe we can get it like old-fashioned stuff. Men are rough. Women fell nice. Women fall nice in my big arms. Yeah. Well, you are a big man. Yeah. Men are rough. They are rough, and women they want a guy. That's what I said on a podcast, and Judith listened to it, and she said that's what women are looking for. They're looking for Papa FS, which is protection, and provision, and affection, and attention. They like a lot of attention, women, and if you don't give them attention, they'll start screaming at you, which is a mistake. They want fun. They want to go out and have a good time. Men don't care about going out and having a good time. But that's what they like, right? What was the other thing? And status. That's the major thing. They want to go out with Lewis Schaffer, a major international comedian who has his own live stream out of his living room, which he shares with his son. Okay. Fairest, I should have said JoJo and Lewis. Fairest. I missed that. Lewis. Hot tap water has a boiler rust in it. I use drinking tap water. For what? For drinking. For drinking. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. So long, Mary. That's the Leonard Cohen song. I have a so-called dad's body at the moment, but I plan on losing it. Well, this is where we're starting. Am I right? Mark Therosian. Hey, Lucy. That's what he says hello with the balloon. Where are you living, Mark? Because Lucy's up there, and I think she's in Nottingham, I guess. Lucy Ann. Kerry's made her a one-name person. Lorna. Well done, Joodles. I wondered where you had gone. Where did she go? Did I miss that? Yeah, she went. I don't know. She looked it up. She went to the kitchen. Do you have that as in the kitchen? Joodles, you're so rich. Marianne. I'm fond of sardines on toast. Yeah, I used to eat that a lot. I used to love yes, I'd say yes. But you can't have toast. Like today, because I'm a liar. What did I have today? I had a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. And I ate only half the bun. And then I ate the other half. I'm fond of sardines. That's what Marianne says. I'm scared if Lewis gets a heart attack when we have a threesome with Claire and me. That's not a threesome. That's a foursome. No, that's a threesome. That's a threesome. Yeah. Now, you'll have to ask Claire's permission. If it's okay with you and it's okay with Claire, maybe, I love Lucy, she says. She's talented and gorgeous. Yes. So maybe Claire would be into that, having a threesome. A threesome. She's laughing, so I guess that's a no. I guess that's a no. Is that a no? Is that a no? Is that a no? It sounds so good. It sounds so good. I once had a foursome. Can we not be this? I think the girls like this, but you don't really like it as much. And I like it. Maybe I like it too much, so I feel guilty about it. I once had a foursome with 3 ladies, Lewis. We were playing contract bridge, but I'm allowed to dream. Ladies like that, Russ, Alex, Owen. What do they like? I missed this. I got to catch up to I'm having trouble going up. I can't go up. I don't know why I can't go up. I can't go up. I'm back down. Okay, let me go back down. Yeah. I love Lucy Ann. She's talented, right? That's what Claire says. We're back there. Ellington Woots. Oh, I see. Thank you. You have to remember, King, that I'm not from England, so I don't, and I don't think in this kind of thing. That kind of joke doesn't really exist in America. Maybe it doesn't exist in my world. Lady, okay, so here we go. How about a Make Lewis Famous Again hat? Make Lewis Schaffer famous. MLSFA. Yeah, could do. What do you think about that, Lucy? What about that? You are horrible, Chris King, says Joe. What did Chris King say? That was horrible. Wellington Boots. So Lorna's explaining it to me again. The rant about the HP sauce is making you think that's really funny. I'm pissing myself at this stream today. Yeah, it's a nice stream. We're having a nice stream. It's not that political. It's about what is the stream about? It's about diet, and it's about HP sauce. Make sure we remember this, and I'll put it in the thing. HP sauce, diet, Sunderland, FC. I found out that cutting out condiments helped me reduce calories. Yeah, that's totally true. Why is that? Because condiments are sugar, as Judels pointed out. It's 90% sugar, and the rest is salt. So if it's so much sugar, you eat the sugar, and you just feel like I want to have more sugar. Claire is laughing at cheese string. Would you be up for a 3-way, Claire, with Lewis? Would you be up for a 1-way with Lewis? Oh, now I lost my place again. I'm so bad. Now I gotta... Sugar. Oh, honey, 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 honey. Yeah. That's when sugar was good. The rant about the HP sauce. I'm pissing. Yeah, that's what you're saying. I wrote a piece of music to celebrate potatoes. It was a tuber concerto. Tuber. Vatanai, that's also very funny. Who cares? You only have it in small amounts. This is why you care, Lucy, if I can say. I'm not saying you're wrong, because it gets on the tongue and it makes everything taste better, so you eat more. That's why you put ketchup on food, because it makes it taste more. Even if it is only 15 grams, it makes it taste more. Lorna has an earworm now because of what Kerry Macker said. Ooh, honey, honey, that song. I'm very attentive, actually, Jojo. That's Chris King. Chris King. He's attentive. Don't tell. You're attentive. Men start feeling needy if they don't get attention. Don't kill me, laugh out loud. They do. They need attention. The way you can punish a guy is by not giving him attention. She'll have, she'll fool around with somebody else if you don't get attention. The way you kill a relationship is don't give a woman attention. Very bad. Women don't like that. Please give a shout out to my dear friend. This is what Archie Klum's friend at the allotments. Lupin Wetsamal Somaladia Somalda Wetsamalda Lupin Wetsamalda Lupin Wetsam. Can somebody explain that, Archie? Oh my God, you're making me seem so stupid. I used to be one of the smarter people. I didn't think so, but I was probably much smarter than I am now. Lewis Plivik. Okay, yeah. How would you say what Archie said? Lewis, you are so funny and you look great. I can't wait to. Okay, there you go. Is Lewis playing Matchmaker? Matchmaker, make me a match. I saw that play in London. That musical, yeah. It made me cry. It made me cry. It was an end of an era. It was where people had to move from the country of their home, which was the Ukraine, because there are a bunch of anti-Semites there and both all over. And they had to move. And they moved to America, and they found happiness. We don't want to have to move. Tap water, where we are, is actually really good. Yeah, can be good. Pilchards on, what's the difference between a pilchard, Annette, and a sardine? Isn't a sardine any small fish? Did you hear about the frog who walked into McDonald's? This is Russ's question. He asked for French flies. That's funny, too. That's also funny. You, Jarrett's back in the house. Joe, only if the man concerned has neither a shed or a subscription to the History Channel. What were you saying there? Let's see. We'll go down a bit. Pilchard sandwich too. Yeah, that's really good. I used to have that a lot. I used to have cans and cans of fish, and then I went raw. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Simon. Who's got a dad spot? Does Mark Thorison have a dad spot? I don't think he does. He looks quite muscly. You look muscly. Let's all look muscly. So when you meet each other, you go, yeah. Well, at least you don't go yuck. You don't go yuck. An attempted pronunciation, misfa. Who are you talking to? Me? It's getting weird now. Yeah, because it's like I'm a little bit behind in the times. Let me just get a drink of water and I'll come right back. Okay, you're on your own, everybody. Okay, I just had to get some water. Okay, so Kerry says the thread is getting weird. It's getting weird. The older we get, the hornier we get. Lewis, keep talking about threesomes. I mean, I honestly think that I'm much. I mean, I went through a couple of bad years of nothing, of not nothing, but I was not interested, and now I'm like, really, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's yeah, well, Kinsey's married, so married people. We're going to all be married. By the time this is over, we'll say, I'm married. Don't talk about it until you're married. Jojo Bridge is a card game, and I meant it with no innuendo. This is what Chris King says. Kinsey says, yeah, there you go. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, so there we go. Joe, says Marianne. I need another blanket. I need some ginger ale. Please get me an aspirin. Are you not feeling well? Did I miss that? Did I miss you weren't feeling well? Well, you know what you do when you're not feeling well? You just go out in the sun and rest. That's what I say. That's what you got to do. Go out in the sun and rest. I'm going to stop commenting for a minute to let Lewis catch up. Yeah, let me catch up. I'll read all of the posts. If you guys stop, I'll read all the posts. Men and women suffer differently with the same illness. It's almost like men and women are different, says Nonstick Nick. Yes. Yeah, we're different. We got different bodies. We're different. And I would say vive la différence, but also the différence is a curse. It's a curse. Women are different. Joe says, I know what bridge is. Too hard to learn, Chris King. Mark Therosian says, non-sick Nick. Wise words. Men and women are different. Lucy says, laughing my A off. Who is sending Lewis dirty messages? Who is? Who's sending me? Nobody. Can we send Lewis messages? Who is sending me dirty messages? Marianne, will you send me a dirty message? Please. Lucy, send me a dirty message. We all need attention. Last time I was sick, I just wanted a cup of tea. Did anyone think to make their poor dying mother a cup of tea? No, because you're the mother. You got to be strong. You've got to be strong, Marianne. Me too, says Kerry Macca to Joodles. What did Joodles say? I kind of lost it there. We're not writing anything down because I'm going to catch up and then I'll take a deep breath. Remember seeing it as a child, how the world was changing for each daughter. Yes. Yeah, the world is changing. It's not easy. It's not easy to be a girl. There's so much loneliness. And then you're told you got to work. And working is horrible. Working for women is great when you're 22 years old, but it's not great when you're 42 for anybody. Men know this. It's not great. It could be a bit better for men, but barely. I prefer the Wilburys, the traveling Wilburys. What is that about? What was it you? Okay. Lucy says to Russ, probably. What is that? Can we say what that was about? Okay. Mark the Rose. Who's here? Hi, Chair. Who is Chair? Hi, Chair. Hi, Chair. Who is Chair? Okay, let's see. Marianne's, I'm probably a little guilty as my husband and boys are used to being coddled and catered to. But it doesn't come naturally to them to return the favor. No, that's what men are. We're not used to that. Does he make any money, your husband? That's all that matters. Women don't care about a cuddling. They do care about it, but they like a man who makes the money. We are different and tougher, not causing a riot on here. Yeah, well, you are. You can be a bit tougher, but you could also be not quite as tough. Yes, Mary, yes. I am like you, Marianne, too bloody kind. Says a woman, which means you're not probably very kind, but I accept you as you are. Yes, at one bad patch, I nearly blew up and said no one checked on me all day. I could have been dead. Well, they knew you weren't going to be dead. They knew it. You can't expect that from boys. If you want to be checked on, you got to have a daughter. Am I right? These are boys. They got their own life. It's like my two sons are living with me here. They're not living with their mother. They don't want to be bothered. Russ says, to Simon, Lewis knows DP. What is DP? Depression? What is DP? Annette comes in and says, some say mothers make male chauvinists. Chauvinists. Male, what's a chauvinist? Cherish is here. New Cherish. Welcome, Cherish. Thanks for coming back. Good to see you. What is a chauvinist? Make male chauvinists. Annette, can you please tell us that? Yeah, Lewis, yes, you are right. What did I say that made me right? If you want to be loved, get a dog. Or get it, But the thing about women is a woman might help you, but a daughter, but who knows with women? A lot of women have a lot of hard problems with women. I have a friend of mine. She didn't feel love from her mother. My mother and daughter didn't get on. My mother and my sister didn't get on. I was just putting it out there, says Joe. A lot of us women are tough. Not saying you guys aren't. Yeah, you know what? We don't need chauvinist. Oh, male chauvinist. Okay, let me reread that sentence again. Some of my mothers, some say mothers make male chauvinist. Yeah, by not giving them enough love. If you give love to if a mother gives love, it doesn't make them a chauvinist. Yeah, thank you, Kinsey, for helping out. If a mother gives love, the kid doesn't want to be a chauvinist, does he? I don't think so. Leanne is here. We're not ending up right now, but thank you very much, Leanne, for coming in there. Bad news phone call. Oh, okay. Show fannies. What is that about, Lucy? I've been telling the boys to be nice. Chauvinist. It was spelled right. Chauvin. It's a French name. It comes from a French name. I think if you're nice to boys, if you're a girl, you're nice to boys as a mother, men are not going to be chauvinists. I don't even know what a chauvinist is. Am I a chauvinist? No, let's not lower the tone. I think you're talking to Lucy. Yeah. Seriously, I love cats. I have 3 cats, says Russ. I gotta go. Nice talking to you. Thank you, King. Hope to see you tomorrow or the next day. I hope to see you. Yeah, but thanks. In the future, you don't need to say you're leaving because it just makes me feel sad because my mother left me when I was a child. So you don't need to say that, but you can. You don't need to. Okay, but thank you very much, King, 77703. Crumpet is in town. Hope you're well. I am well. I think today's show has been pretty good. I don't know if it's been pretty good. It's been entertaining for me to read. We've all spoken about things that we're passionate about. A son's a son. A son until he takes a wife. A daughter's a daughter all of your life. No, you have to let your son go to let his wife take care of him. I think it's the other way around. Isn't it the other way around, Lorna? Let's discuss that. A son is a son. No, a man, a daughter, a son, a mother can't go into a son's household and say, I'm going to take care of your kid. The mother is going to say, what, you don't think I'm a good mother? No. How old was I, Lewis? When what happened? But thank you, King, for coming in there. Let's see. What was the question? I dropped off to watch Dubes and Company. It was boring. They talk about the same thing day in and day out. I don't know. I don't watch it. She's great. Horrible. What is horrible? What was the question? How old was I? How old was I when I got married? Or when I had my kids? Or what is the right question? When I got the herpes? What is the question? Women don't see eye to eye. Sometimes it's the height of differences, but mostly women are awkward with other women. Simon Arnold. That might be true. You got to be careful when you say that, though, because women can maybe misjudge that, what you mean by that. I'm okay, but the world's falling apart again. It's not great for my family. We'll chatter later. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no. Cheers, Joodles. I didn't want a spelling correction, huh? Crumpet. Where's Crumpet coming in from again? I think she's from the north, like not quite the north, but the North Midland. I think there's some. Lorna asks, I can't see what I'm writing. That's why I balls up. Well, same thing with me. I gotta put on glasses. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. Being on here with you guys helps the stress. It does for me, Leanne. It does for me. Is Cheese String a man or a woman? I think Cheese String is a woman. She says she is, but she thinks a lot like a man, very, very forthright. Isn't Crumpet the producer's chum? Are you the producer's chum? The producer told me that some of his friends go around imitating me. Crumpet is a he, a friend of the producer. From where he studied, Crumpet. Oh, that's brilliant. Your memory is better than mine, Joodles. So you went to school with him out there. That's really good. Have I met you, Crumpet? You told me this before, but have I met you in person? Mark Therosian has sent a heart out to Leanne. I didn't study with him, though. I know his friends from uni. Does he have friends? I'm always surprised my kids have friends. I think Cheese String is a man. I do, too, a bit. I do, too. Is Cheese String a man? But I have my doubts. He's very, I don't know. What is Jules agreeing with Lorna? I want my sons to care for me more. Yeah, we want everybody to care for you. Everybody more. That's the problem. We want to be cared for. We've not met yet. No, Mr. Schaffer. Okay, we'll meet someday. Do you play the games that the producer plays? That's the last question I'll ask. Have you subscribed? That would make me happy. And liked? Have all of you liked? I think there are 37 people here. Lorna Hutchison, I care for my mom constantly. I do everything for her. But I'm an only child. So maybe that's the difference. There's only so much you can do. Everyone care. Yeah, let's all care. Let's care about each other. Let's get into relationships and like each other. And then we could care for our older parents and we could care for strangers. Totally honest. It's totally honest as well. It's weird having friends that are not friends as such. Lewis, you definitely don't understand what you have done for many of us in here. I don't know if I feel it, but yeah, maybe if I feel it. I mean, I'd like to think I'm helping. I mean, it's making me happy. I'm asking, you know what I mean? So that's important to me. But thank you very much for that, Leanne. Thank you, Leanne. Agreed, Leanne. I'm glad we're here for you. Yeah, Joodles is loving. D.D. Plectomerize. Yeah, you're late. That's all right. You're forgiven. What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? You said that. Yeah, Russ. Please, you saw the comment also, Kinsey. Yeah. Totally, Leanne. And have said that kind of magical. Well, it could be. This could be like an amazing place. People say, come and say, what the hell's going on? I mean, it's a bit odd. I have two sons, Russ. You got two sons. You know what it is? If you love something, set it free. And if they come back to you, if they don't come back to you, you got to set it free. That's the problem. We also have to go out there and we got to tell people. I mean, I feel like we are all friends, a great little community. Thank you, Lewis. Well, yeah, thank you. It is. I mean, I don't find this like work, so this is like really good. Cherish steps in. She says some older parents are stubborn and should ask for help also, not feel like they are a burden. Well, some of them are a burden. They don't know that they're a burden. That's a good point, Cherish. But maybe just pay attention. And especially, I don't want to say this because my mother was very, very needy. And it's like, no, I can't help you. I got my own problems. I remember when I moved to this country and I was so sad and so lonely and married and my wife was like yelling at me. Yeah, we all become a burden eventually, says Crumpet. All the more reason to stay fit and healthy. I'm with you 100%, Crumpet. I'm with you 100%. Are you a girl or a boy? What kind of name is Crumpet that's not a girl? Anyway, yes, we need to stay healthy so we can take care of our parents. If you're not feeling well, how are they supposed to take care of you? Dr. Sexy's back in the house. Thank you, Dr. Sexy. My mother was very, very seedy. What does that mean, seedy? I love a bit of Crumpet. It's just the name just sounds so sexy. And Cherish, that's another name. Cherish is the word I use to describe. That's a song that makes me cry. It reminds me when I was like 10 years old. I don't know how many times I said that I would love you. I don't know how many times I said that I would hold you. I don't know how many. That's my song for Cherish. I'm not reading the right lyrics. Okay, there you go. Well, thank you very much, Lorna. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lorna. It's just, maybe instead of asking somebody to help us, what do they say? If I'm not from myself, who am I for? If I'm only for myself, what am I? That's why we've got to help other people. I mean, I try to help other people. Sometimes I think I'm helping other people. What I'm really doing is I'm just glomming off of them. That can help. You can sit there saying, oh, but you're not helping other people. That's me. So I got to be very careful. It's something really special. I can't describe it, but everyone, I believe, is benefiting from this. Hence, it's quite magical. Maybe. Mr. Schaffer, I don't know how I feel about you calling crumpets sexy. In America, a crumpet is a sexy thing, you little crumpet. In America, it is, because it's like an English girl. Don't make me tell the producer. Kool and the Gang sang Cherish. Well, it was the association. It was the association. They were amazing. They had a really long lifespan of singing songs, and they were in no category, because they weren't like a heavy rock music, even during the time when rock became very progressive and very metally. Lucy, I know you knew that. Lucy, of course, knows that. My mom and dad really looked after me for years when I was exceptionally poorly. I owe her so much. It's an honor to return the favor in small ways, in the small ways you can. Yes, that's lovely. That's lovely. Yeah. Is that a joke, Lucy? I heard Cheese String is a bra fitter at a M&S. Yeah. And Joanne, says Joe, get down on it. And the rest. Great songs, Dr. Sexy. Kool and the Gang. I was never a Kool and the Gang fan. Some of the songs I must have liked. There was a period there that I wasn't that into that kind of music. I was into, I don't know what I was into. Yeah, Archie Klum says, Leanne, great to, well done you. That's great attitude. Yeah, that's really good. And what did Archie just do that was so good? He showed appreciation for somebody else. That's what we need to do. We need to say, you're a great daughter. You're a great mom. You're a great friend. That's what we need to say. Some parents are disgusting. I know a man, says Russ, who was kicked out of his home when he was 16 because his parents thought it would be good for him. Now his mom is old and is complaining he does not visit much. Yes. I mean, I know a girl who was kicked out of her house at 15. But her mother didn't care. Her mother was jealous, whatever, and her father didn't know how to control her. Yeah. What is you and yours? Is that a shop? I'd like to be. Alan Williams, thanks for coming. A bit late. Crumpets are good. Dr. Sexy says, I was shocked when I discovered that Get Down on It was what about? What is it? Is it a sex song? Rory Simpson is in the house. Thank you, Rory. Thank you for coming. Let's see what Rory Simpson said. Do I like Pink Floyd? Yes, but not that much. There's very few. There are some bands that I look back and listen to, and I really like it, like The Who, whatever. So some parents shouldn't be parents. No, they shouldn't be parents, but some of them tried their best, and some of them couldn't do their best. There's lots of dynamics that are going on, But we all should be parents. You don't know if people like my mother. In many ways, she was a bad mother, but in many ways, she was a good mother. Or the mother of my children, who I thought was a bad mother. And over time, proof is in the pudding. I got 2 lovely children, so she must have done an okay job. But I thought she was a horrible mother. I shouldn't even say that. But she wasn't. And she learned how to be a good mother, whatever it was. We learned that. Very true, says Cherish. Some parents shouldn't be parents. I could never have thrown my boys out. Me too. It's very hard. But then again, I mean, I was kind of denied seeing them a lot. I mean, I did see them every day, so they didn't think that I was there. Lewis likes the Stranglers. I do. And the Clash, right? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Those are two bands that I like. Hey, Rory, thank you for coming. Where are you from again? I forgot. We haven't seen you in a while. Where are you from? I'm from New York, as you know. Principled Uncertainty is back. Good to see you, Principal. Lewis is an undiscovered genius. I love you, Principled Uncertainty. I don't know. Is that some sort of physics term? Principled Uncertainty? Is that something that, what's his name? Velikovsky? No. Or somebody who believes in that kind of stuff. But thank you for coming. If you can, makes me happy. If you subscribe, if you like it, if you want to do that. Yeah. My internet went down the moment I joined the show earlier. I missed everything. This has been one of the better shows, I think. Better shows. I know a man whose parents named him Sue because they thought it would be good for him. Yeah. Yeah, well, at least one man who named his kid Sue. Well, I name my kids bad names, I think. Is your name a good name, producer, or a bad name? Johnny Cash wrote a song about a boy named Sue. What a coincidence, Leanne. How funny is that? Yay, Velikovsky. Yeah, Velikovsky's the greatest. He's the greatest. Anyway, we took our boys back in so they could save up for a mortgage. Well, what are you going to need it for, you know? What are you going to need it for? I mean, my boys are both living here, basically, and I'm happy they're here. And what did I do? Yesterday, I went to the estate agent and said, can we sell the place? So I don't know if it's right for me, you know, they'd have to go out. They'd have to go out into the world while I go and move in with Joe or Lorne or Kinsey or Lucy or Leanne. I don't know. Maybe I'll go door to door. Lucy, surprised. How did you not know about that, Lucy? Lucy says, what? No way. Principled Uncertainty. I try to give you money, but but you make it impossible. I don't know how to do that. I have a need to trade my Paternet earned coin for current social credit. What is that? I don't understand that. Well, you can go to PayPal. You can go to subscribe. Not subscribe. You can go to PayPal or join or Patreon. There's got to be one way. You got to be one way. Lewis, are you familiar with the 80s big band Big O? Yes, I am. Well, they came out of the Clash, yeah. A couple were amazing, and then the guy died, and then the other guy took over, and Tipper Hedren quit. Yeah, it was great, yeah. Some really good songs, Big Audio Dynamite. Yeah, those are good bands. Those are really good bands. I think Lucy was kidding. That's what I have to say. Bad. That's why I think they call themselves bad. We're bad. Yes, Lewis. Why do you want to sell? I want to sell because I'm thinking I shouldn't be saying this, but here's the inside. Tipping Hedren, not tipping Hedren. Topper Hedren. I don't know. Anyway, is that because I think the market's about to collapse. The lady looked at me. I said, is the market going down? And she gave me the biggest, saddest look on her face. Leanne says, yeah, so I think that's the question. If you sell up, will the ants choose to move in with you? Maybe. The way you get rid of ants is by bleach. If you spray bleach on the places they're coming out of, they won't come out of it. I think they can't smell. They can't, and they have to smell. So what are you saying sorry to, Leanne? What are you saying sorry to Lucy? Oh, yeah, making a joke. Because of the joke she made, yeah. Thumbs up to Simon Arnold from Russ. Yeah, Joodles and Lucy, they're both from Northern Ireland. Right? And they're just so in sync with each other. You could just tell. Are you? That's what I feel. I feel there's a lot of love between the two of you. There's been 80,000 Pound, I guess, bungalow in Caithness. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can just imagine Caithness. Rain on one side of your body. I think I've been in Caithness. Rain on one side and sun on the other. And then if you turn, by the time you turn, it's rain. It's raining no matter what you're doing. So you might leave London then. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. 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 I mean, I don't know. I got my kids here. I can't really move. They don't want to move. I could see him walking out the door with a spotty hanky on a stink stick, followed by a mile of marching ants. Yeah. What's that? What's that? That's the mouse guy or whatever, the rat guy. What is that called? What is that called? My nose is itchy. What is that called? Anyway, laughing my A off, Joodles, says Kinsey. Yeah, that was funny. Kinsey's funny. Girls never used to be funny. Now they're just funny. Lucy, it's Topperhedron, I think is the guy's name. I never, ever in decades have given anyone my email. Dude, you are a hemer. What does that mean? Sorry, I refuse to I'll look it up. Okay, sorry. I'll pay you money, help you make money. I want nothing. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I won't bother you. I I know I seem like the kind of person who might call you up. Are you a girl or a guy? I'm not going to bother you. But even the thought is so nice. The thoughts were, you know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Lewis. Did the Scottish connection, i.e. the former Mrs. Schaffer, play a part in the choice of Carnegie's name? Yes, it did. Or was it mostly your choice because of the original Carnegie's remarkable success in the United States? That is actually the mother. Okay, I wanted to name my son originally Einstein. And I was then told that Einstein is a horrible name to name your kid in this country. Okay? A horrible name. So I said, what about naming him Co? I'm not going to say what it was. Okay? Why not name him that? And the mother said yes. Okay? And then the second child was born, and the mother suggested Carnegie, or Carnegie, as I would call it. And I thought that was so nice of her, but I didn't tell her it was nice of her because I was so horrible to her. I was a really bad husband. I was really, really bad. I was really bad. I wasn't bad the way you'd think of bad. I didn't, whatever. I was not appreciative. I should have been really appreciative. So she said, what about Carnegie? After Andrew Carnegie. And I said, that's brilliant because he came to America. Nina Cherry, that was in the video dancing. No. Tetrahedron. She's thinking, says Lucy. Okay, I'm a little high. Is it a real offer? What's a real offer? To who? Who are you talking to? Me? Lucy's making the jokes. Why don't you get yourself an anteater, Lewis? They wouldn't cost anything to feed. Yeah. I like the name Einstein. I was in my Einstein period. I was like, Einstein, he's a Jew. I'm a Jew. He's smart. I want my kid to be smart, but it's like a joke name in this country. Anyway, I've only had 2. He'd end up eating it raw. Yeah. Eating what raw? The ants. Yeah. Probably kill them because they're poisonous. I think the ants are poisonous. That's why there's so many of them. I would go to Scotland if it wasn't for my grandsons. Yeah. Lots of people are heading up there. I mean, I can't go there. Crumpet says, Einstein is possibly the biggest bully target name I've ever heard. It's like my name is Sue. Dude, give me a fake email. I will forward you. Google how to treble your income and never interact with me. Jesus. Well, send it to Lewis Schaffer, PR@gmail.com. Lewis Schaffer, the name, PR@gmail.com. Just do that. Everything's easy. Let's make things easy. I mean, there's 3 ways to send me money, and this is now 4th way. If we had followed your logic for naming your kids Lewis, ours would be called Highbury and Islington. Very funny, kid. Yes. Well, why not? Highbury is a great name. Or even Islington. It sounds like a kind of a Caribbean name. Yeah, that was funny, Kinsey, says Joodles. Watch King Lear before disposing any of your property. Why is that? I really have a hard time moving. Why is that, Alan Williams? King Lear. What about, I'm writing it down. What about King Lear? What about King Lear? Okay, upgrade to very high. I'm alone. My family are away, but no hookers is present. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Principal? Okay, Nina Cherry. What's the other one? What's the other Cherry? What's the other one who sings that song? What's that song? It was 1990s, 2000s. I'm going to call my son No Shit Sherlock. Yes. Yeah, and you'd be a funny name, and you'd learn to punch people. Though Columbus didn't. Did you get into any fights? He's not answering me. Thank you, Lorna. Anybody else have interesting names? Or names they wanted to name their kid but were talked out of it? How about that? Anybody with really interesting names? I know a woman named Helen. Her name is Bach. Helen Bach. You went to Hell and Back, Russ. There you go. 3 great albums. Hell and Back. Lorna asks, my cousin is called Jenny Taylor. Jenny Taylor. I don't understand the jokes, really. Quite. What are you saying, Joodles? Are you talking to, is that who you're talking to? Good. Caswin. Caswin. What does that mean in that? Because I know you have a separate language there in Wales. I have 2 emails. I know. Send me stuff. I mean, if people start bothering me, I just block it. So I don't even do that, really. I don't get many I'm not famous enough to get that many emails. What does Caswin mean? Now I'm going to have to look it up if you don't tell me. Caswin meaning. It's a baby name. It's a boy's name, Brilliant Battle. Did you know that? Brilliant Battle. Welsh for fair battle. Brilliant Battle, yeah. Genuine story, says Leanne. A family member once had to deal with a Mr. and Mrs. Case. They call their son Justin Case. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's probably very common. Yeah, that actually is a real name. I could believe it. Jenny Taylor. Who is Jenny Taylor, Lorna? I have, and you know this, laugh out loud. I bet there are about 700 unread emails in your inbox. Probably thousands. I've got thousands. Thousands of unread emails. So don't take it personally. I know a man named Mike, says Russ. His last name is Honest Guys. Yeah, people have funny names. I've been too serious for too long. Back to watching Norm Macdonald. Yeah, I hope that's the norm. He's great. Did they call their daughter Tiffany? Tiffany Case. I'm missing the jokes here. I wasn't able to name our firstborn, Wayne King. Wayne King. I don't know what it means. Russ, you're laughing with Russ. Wayne King. Stop saying it, Lewis. Oh. Okay, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. Thank you, Joodles. I do appreciate you telling me this. Sorry. Sorry. I'm an idiot. I don't know this stuff. As every day I get fitter, I get a bit dumber. Arms, says Simon Arnold. Yeah. I'm sorry. Kinsey says, I can't breathe, F's sake. Yeah. I mean, this is what happens. You want to make a joke, this is the price you have to pay. Leanne is wetting herself right now. I like that. You can wet me if you'd like to. I blame Billy Banyan, the Ballastron bully, the Bailey's stun bully. I don't know what that is about. You have to keep up, Lewis. I can't keep up because I can't even, how do I even get started to keep up? You walk into them, Lewis. What do I walk into? I think maybe you can make jokes for everybody, but I'm not going to be getting the jokes. I'm sorry. Lorna Hutchison. Lorna, what Lewis is saying, I'm doing that now. Oh, come on. I'm gonna have to block him. I'm gonna block you. Nobody wants to hear that. I mean, maybe I do, but nobody else wants. Nobody destroys a joke better than Lewis. I mean, honestly, yeah, I would say, because I don't, if someone doesn't get a joke, but it could be funnier that I don't get the joke, but that's not what I'm doing. Joodles, Kinsey says to Joodles, it's so funny. There are so many names to consider. Not English Lewis. Yeah, no, in English Lewis wouldn't. It's actually, yeah, I was named. My mother named me, wanted me to be an English gentleman or something. Lewis, do you know what? Yes, I do. I do know that, Alex. I've lived here for 25 years. That's what makes it so embarrassing. Save it for Big Brenda, Russ. Yeah, save it for Big Brenda. He can't keep up because half this stuff is made up and never meant anything anyway. It's just fun. Thank you for giving me the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to block you all, Joe. But thank you, Archie, for that. I can't, Russ, no, don't ask that question, Lorna. Don't ask that question. Maybe Lorna and Russ, if Russ promises to be nice. Maybe Lorna doesn't want it to be nice. Use Fastmail better than Google. Why is Fastmail better than Google? I started off at Yahoo. I've been doing that forever. Big Brenda sounds scary, to be honest. Yeah, she does, Kinsey. She sounds very scary. I'm sorry, it's hilarious, says Lorna. Lorna is allowed. You're gonna end up together, Lewis. Yeah. If Lorna wants a little bit of Lewis, yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? Give her a hug. Start with a hug. Maybe kiss her neck. Who knows? Yeah, why not? Why not, Joodles? I mean, that's how I'm going down. I'm going down as a lover. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should be playing hard to get or something. No, she's going to end up with Russ, Joodles says. Yeah. Well, why not? Why not? I mean, Russ is always making jokes. He knows the best night. Maybe she wants to do that. You reach a certain age. What about Russ and you, Lorna? Just don't answer right now. Yeah, maybe she's going to. I'm missing Cuff. Where is he? Did he get mad at me because of what I said? I'm going down as a lover. Okay, I could see I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it as a joke. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't mean it as a joke. Thank you, Lucy. But I'd like to be a lover. I'd like to be a lover. I'd like to sit there. I'd like to just, whatever. I'm not discussing it. I miss Cuffy on your behalf, Leanne. I've only got 30 days to return his hat. I don't get that either, but Joodles. Cheese String comes in there. Thank you, Cheese String. Do you remember Peter from the Isle of Jenny? Tolls on GB News. I don't remember. From the Isle of Jenny. No. I'm glad I'm paired off. Yeah, it's good to be paired off. I don't think I could deal with dating in my 50s. You can. Of course you can, but you got a husband, so just enjoy that. Just enjoy that and be as thin and beautiful for your husband. He will love you. He will love you for it. He will love you. Right, Marianne? He will love you. It's a slow, steady process. I'm glad I'm paired off. Okay, yeah. Archie Klum comes in there. Does anyone remember Elsie Tanner? Elsie Tanner, the famous Northern pub landlady. Is that a joke too? Is that a joke too? Is that a joke too? Maybe everyone will come back. I believe that they'll come back. I believe they will. Okay, we're going to end the show in about 10 minutes. Okay? So 2 hours. That's enough. The wedding hat, Lewis. I don't understand. Elsie Tanner. I don't know what that means. Isle of Gent. Did you look much fitter, producer. He's actually responding to that.
I would like you to not say bad things about Mum on stream to strangers.
What did I say about your mom?
You called her a bad mum.
I didn't call her
Yes,
a bad
you did.
mom.
You called her a bad mum, and then you said, actually, no. But you still called her a bad mum.
No, if you listen to what I said...
mentioning her existence.
No, if you don't tell your mother I said that. But what I said was, this is now having an argument. What I said was, I thought I was a very bad husband. If you listen to what I said...
I don't care.
I said, I thought I was a very bad husband. I was very ungrateful. Well, she's your mother. I don't care. I'm not mentioning her. She's your mother. She's somebody who basically... So I said, this is what I said
I'm
about...
not listening to you.
Well, I'm going to tell you what it is.
I'm not listening.
They're not listening. What I said was, I'm speaking to the people out there. What I said is I was a very bad husband.
Stop repeating.
I thought the mother was a very bad mother. And she wasn't. She wasn't a bad mother. And that's what I said. I said, did I not say that? Do you guys remember that out there? Lucy, do you remember my saying that?
I'm going to pull the internet. Stop.
Okay,
Stop.
I'm stopping. He's going to pull the internet. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so Joodles, what do you say? Kinsey also agrees with me. He agrees with Joodles. Okay, thank you, Joodles. Okay. So this has been a great show, ending on an argument. No, he's not looking. Lucy, stop that. Stop that, Lucy. Laugh out loud, Russ. There you go. Amanda Hug. Yeah, she finds you funny. You didn't say anything against... No, Archie, thank you. You did... In the beginning, I said that, but then I said, no, I was wrong. So, in the present, we know what this means. Never in the history of the internet did a child ever threaten to remove it for the parent. That's so funny. Yeah, that's how times have changed. He's removing the internet from me. Okay, thank you, Joodles. I have to agree with the producer, Lewis. You have to tread carefully and be more thoughtful when the kids are about. Yeah, maybe I do. It's really a buzzkill a bit that he's judging me like this. Absolutely, says Leanne. To Joodles. And laugh out loud. Joodles, says Kinsey. Yeah, very funny. Very funny. We all know she isn't. We all know that. Well, you can see that because you can see my beautiful children, how nice they are, Alex. I remember you said, yes. Is that bad? Is that bad, Alex? You need your own place, Lewis. I need my own place. Maybe I do. Yeah. Maybe I could just be a wandering guy. I could go from place to place. And you invite me in for a day or two. I could be like Blacklist. I've been watching the little clips on the TV. I need my own place. Lewis, try not to finish on a negative note. It isn't a negative note because I know what I said. I know what I said. I know what I said. And I'm not going to even apologize for it. Lewis, it is not your fault. You are a New York Jew from Brooklyn. Yes, born in Brooklyn, lived in Brooklyn, raised in Great Neck, Long Island. Google it. Yes, no negative. No negatives. Let's be positive. Okay. So, yeah, anybody else have a last comment before we say goodbye? and I can go out running or go walk and go eat another apple. I've had 2 today. Lewis, I have an idea. Use headphones so that the producer won't hear you. I mean, why? Because I'm whispering? Why? They will hear me. He will hear me. People will. It's a cliffhanger ending to the show. Maybe stay off personal. It's not a cliffhanger. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. People feel like that, and this around me, they feel like they can say what they want. I'm not allowed to say what I want, but he's allowed to say what he wants. Says Simon Ours, a cliffhanger. Off to cook our salmon now. Have a good evening, guys. Bye, Kinsey. Yeah, okay. Lucy says, I love Columbus. Yeah. Let's end on love. Let's end on love. Let's everybody hook up. I mean, I don't even hook up that way. Old school hookup. Let's all be friends. Put the headphones on him. He normally has his headphones on. And I should have it, or maybe I should have a microphone here. Maybe I should whisper right here. It's a very interesting time as usual. Check your emails. Not shouting. I will check them. I did look at them today. I could not find them. I've got to look a bit more. I got thousands of unread emails. Just relax. Go out for a walk. Watch some porn, corn. Get it out of your system. Okay, thank you, Cheese String. Lewis. Yes, that was the point about that. Oh, for me to wear headphones so I could speak like silently rather than have this. Knock the mic. There it is. Is it on now? I think it's on now. Anyway, great show, Lewis. I hope it irons out. No sound. No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did, Lucy. Perhaps the X should be omitted from this. Why? But you have to listen to the entire thing that I say. That's humans do this. Lewis, just okay. Thank you, Cheese String. But you are a boy. You are not a girl. You are a boy. Yeah, it's like that. Did you? Okay. Can you hear me? The mic is back. Yeah. Okay, it was a great show today. I thought it was a good show. I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to stay for the full 2 hours to get to the end, but it was a good show. Everybody, let's do this. Let's go over the list of things we need to do. Can we go to Discord? Anybody need to go to the Discord? Okay. Anybody need to go to the Discord? Let me see if I can go to the Discord. Okay. That's number one. Can we all do me a favor and just at the very least of everybody do this? Just like the thing. Just like the thing. Can we do that? That's free and it's nice. That's free and it's nice. That's free and nice. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere. Okay, don't go anywhere. So here's the Discord. Okay, don't go anywhere. Okay, here's the Discord. What else? What else? You go to visit Discord. What else? You go to visit Discord. What else do we need to do? Make sure you like. What else do we need to do? Make sure you like. What else do we need to do? You subscribe. You can join. I think it's £3 or something. £2.50. Join. If anyone uses Discord, if possible, use the name handle over there as on here. If possible. Yeah, that's brilliant. Over there as on here. If possible. Yeah, that's brilliant. That would be really great. So we can do that. Also, we can make sure we like. So we can do that. And make sure if you want to send me a couple of bucks, it means so much. Send me a couple of bucks. It means so much. Okay. So echo. Is there an echo? How could there be an echo? Echo. Is there an echo? How could there be an echo? Echo. I don't want it turned on. I didn't really want it turned on. Okay. So what else? Echo. I'm sorry, Archie, for the echo. I'm sorry for the echo. It always descends into chaos. All right. I'm going to be on this thing for just 2 minutes, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Everybody go go to Discord. Okay? Everybody. Okay. Best show ever. This has been the best show. Thank you.